Good morning. Welcome to Morning Call. I'm Lata Venkatesh. With me, Sonia and Anuj. Blues all of various shades, but actually the blues are behind us, are they? Well, the global markets have not given us exactly a very positive handover. As always, the big non-farm payroll number is still hanging over us. But I feel more like it has rained a lot yesterday and a calm. There was so much that the market has to take in today.
Oh yes, we're flooded with queues today. I think it's going to be a really hectic Friday. But no worries, we'll take what we get. In terms of the biggest queue, which was the exit polls, Lata, if you take the midpoint of all the pollsters, then it's still marginally in favor of the Mahagathbandhan, but not as bad perhaps as what the street was fearing. And also, today's Chanakya is heavily in favor of the NDA. And today's Chanakya has got it right in the past.
Well, that's exactly the cues we got yesterday when we spoke extensively to market participants on evening shows, that probably the market discounted a large part of the bad news, and it is better to wait for the actual result because the polls are so much photo finish, the exit polls. Their expectation was that the market need not react negatively. Further falls was ruled out by some people, and more importantly, that reform initiative, which was long awaited, the DISCOM reforms, was seen as a counter that the government, if anything, will try to work harder. And therefore the market need not fear much. So there was very much a sense that any further discounting should be done after Sunday, and that even that discounting need not be very bad. Of course, these are brokers with long positions in the market.
Okay, and we have other many queues lined up for today. So before I toss it to Anuj, you know, we have the power reforms that came through. We have a lot of negative earnings coming in from the likes of Tata Steel, etc. How is the market going to take all of that?
No, I think Tata Steel is definitely going to get it in the chin. There were no two ways about that. But that's an individual stock. And it wasn't as if anybody had very great hopes with steel companies or with metal companies for that matter. So I don't see it becoming a nifty disaster or a market disaster. It will be a Tata Steel reaction. And I think the market will also have to wait for how the bank numbers come. Today is a huge day of results. So results-wise is not my worry. You know, the markets will react negatively to Jubilant, react negatively to Tata Steel, and then wait, look ahead for the bank results. For me, I think the market is not going to react too much negatively for the exit poll news because it is countered by the DISCOM news and because the exit poll themselves was so confusing. That was the main message we got from the market veterans yesterday.
All right, Anuj, morning. Very interesting day yesterday, very interesting evening with the way the exit polls were shaping up. But give and take everything, you know, Chris Wood put it very nicely where he said that investors should just view all of this as short-term noise and perhaps use every dip as a buying opportunity in the long term. What's the sense that you're getting about today? Will there be a relief rally?
Morning, Sonia. And you know what? Honestly, you don't need Chris Wood to tell you that. Because, I mean, if you were to draw the Nifty chart, say, from 1991 till now, you know, you would have had so many elections. You know, you would even forget about so many state elections, national elections, international elections, so many Fed meetings. And the market has gone one way up. It has had periods of correction. So, in long term, you make money with equities. That's well known. You know, what we're talking right now is trade setup. How's it looking in terms of the near-term direction for the market? And I think in that, while the exit poll clearly is better than the market's fear yesterday. Yesterday, the market closed at low point of the day because the market feared that it's going to get the worst case outcome in exit polls. And that's why today morning could be a bit of a relief rally. But that is where the problem for this market starts. What if the BJP wins Bihar and even then the market falls? You know, that I think would be the biggest worry for the market, because this market is now firmly in sell on rally mode. Every rally is being sold into. And yesterday was even more damaging because yesterday there was no rally at all. Yesterday even the flat start was sold into, and even at lower levels there was selling.
And there was a big FII sell figure as well.
And there was a big FII sell number despite no single stock saying delivery based selling. This is the kind of market the bulls don't like. You know, if you have had the Infosys day, for example, when the Infosys stock falls 6% and the FISL number is there and the market falls, you know it's because of one stock. Yesterday it was not because of one stock. Yesterday you point me one stock which led the market lower, and you won't be able to do that. You know, it was secular. Sun Pharma, Cipla, even Infosys in late trade, Bank Nifty, of course. You know, the less you say about that, the better right now. So that is how it is right now, and that's why you saw that sell number of 1,000 crore. There was sell number in index futures as well. So what happens today? Because the exit poll is better than the market's fear, the start is likely to be better today compared to the Asian peers and compared to the US market. So you open maybe 20-30 point higher. Now, that would mean that the support of 8,000 would now become resistance. And strong bears with so much ammunition now at their disposal would short this market at 8,000. I'm absolutely certain about that, at 8,000 they would be selling again in this market. And, you would see, market maybe drifting lower again. The big question for me again is this market now going back to the previous low of 75.40? If it stops somewhere between now and 7,800, you're fine. The market can move on. But if it breaks 7,800, then there's a good chance of this market going towards previous low of 75.40. Bank Nifty anyway is in a free fall. It's almost in danger of getting back to the bear market of 20% correction thereabouts. And yesterday's sell number in index options, 2,000 crores, has told you one message loud and clear, that this market's upside is capped at 8,200, regardless of what happens in Bihar polls. Even if BJP wins, this market's upside is capped at 8,200. Downside could well be opening up towards the previous lows.
All right. In fact, we